Alright, we are back. We are done painting. Officially. As you see, I have wrecked my towel, but I'm not worried about that. So, we're done. All done painted. We got a nice shiny coat. And I'll tell you how I did that. I didn't use an acrylic, an enamel base on this because Walmart didn't have it. What I had to do is I had to use an acrylic on it. Unfortunately, what that does is that produces a... Where am I on? Come on. I'm not the best videographer. Shoot me here. Okay. Alright. Fortunately, that produces a very flat finish. Unfortunately, they didn't have the pumpkin orange that I was using for this color. So, but I did have it in flat base coat. That means an acrylic and not an enamel, so it won't do what you want it to do, like the enamel will. But I'll show you how to get around that too. This panel is already prepped. It's already been treated, so it shines the way it does. Unfortunately, the problem with acrylic is it wasn't in a spray bottle like I wanted it. It was in a can. So I do have some lines from my painting on it. I will go back over this at a later date, strip it, and put an enamel on it. But I'm just going to show you what you do if you find that situation happening to you. It does happen. What I would do in this case was an actual paying customer. I would tell the customer I can't locate the proper spray paint, and then tell the customer he can have a jury-rigged solution like this, or he can simply wait until I can locate the enamel paint to put on there, which matches the other enamel paint. You know, it is what it is. Walmart didn't have it. Nothing I can do about it. But I want to get the computer up and running as quickly as I can, because every time Tommy sends an instant message to me on Facebook, my whole computer totally freezes up. Sometimes I gotta now reboot it. That's the only thing I can do now. So my hard drive is dying quickly. So now I have to, I gotta put the pedal to the metal here. Okay, I gotta get this done. Now that my computer's freezing up every time someone instant messages me, I have to get this done. This is not, something where my computer just sort of got to slow down while someone is sending a message to me. Now my computer is actually freezing up. So now I'm in a hurry to get it done. I don't care at this point. I'm going to put something down at some later date. I'll take this panel off, strip it, put the proper enamel on, and then it'll be perfect. Okay. But it's not too bad as far as the acrylic paint goes. There are some brush strokes in here. I can live with that for now. I'm fine with that for right now. Unfortunately, it is what it is. Okay. So we will continue here. So now, the first thing we're going to continue here with is we have a window to put back in. This is your window here. Okay. Now this one's made out of acrylic, which is another word for plexiglass. Now you may notice it's got a sheeting over here. Alright, when you get done with the computer, what you do, and I'll take the back here, is it's what's called the peel. Every single tech reviewer, they build a new computer, they do the famous peel. What they're doing is they're peeling off this protective film over the glass or plexiglass. But you never, ever want to remove it until the computer is completely done. And the reason for that is because, especially if it's acrylic, If you peel this off before you're done, you can scratch up the acrylic window. And a scratched up acrylic window isn't worth a whole lot. And replacing it can be a real pain in the butt. Trust me. You know, depending on how it was made and put together with the side of the case, you know, cutting it out, the window may be the easy part, and then you got to drill holes or burn notches into it. You know, however it was put in there. If it's glass, you can do the peel, but just keep in mind, metal edges can gouge glass, so you never want to remove the film, until you're completely done. This is the very, very last thing you do before you turn it on. And I do mean the last thing. Just simply so you don't scratch it somehow. Okay. Now that we covered that, I'm going to show you how to install this window. I didn't show you how I took it out. Alright, now, you may notice you've got these little metal doohickeys here. Where's my finger? Oh, come on. There we are. Alright. I need a little bit opposite here on this thing. This, where my finger is, that's actually the bottom. Alright, you see these little doohickeys there? These little tabs here. And that's what's going to hold the window open, right here. My thumb is. So, what you do, you take your window, you figure out which side is top and which side is bottom. In this case, this side is the top, as you see. So, you put it in here, and you just line it up. And if you do it right, you may have to pull the plastic aside a little bit to get it in there. But you just line it up with the holes, and then some of you guys aren't all blurry like mine are today. And it's just a simple matter of, like it should be a simple matter of just simply sliding it all in place. Oh yeah, this is going to go in no problem. No problem at all. You may have to bend one or two of these pins back in place again, because the painting process is a little bit rough. But it should go back in exactly. Now, of course, if I wasn't totally nearsighted, I would have realized I put this in wrong. Okay, now let's try it this way. Yep. Never build things when you are still got the sleepies. I just showed you one common mistake that costs computer builders a lot of time. Now keep in mind, your panel, your window panel, it has a lot of flex to it. Okay? So it may not cooperate with you putting the window back in. In that case, you're just going to have to kind of brute force it, because until you get the window back in here, this panel here is going to be pretty flexible. Okay? So once you do that, then you just, and trust me, these little tabs do not go back in without a fight. It's thicker metal. As you can see, I have to put quite a bit of force on this. Alright. And I do have some orange paint on these tabs. I will scrape that off. If necessary, repaint the tabs. That's not an issue at all. I'm not concerned about it at the moment. But if I was building a computer, you know, I'd be taking the 5 minutes it's going to take to get rid of the paint on these tabs. Okay. Now, sometimes what's going to also happen on these tabs is the paint job, the original paint job, is going to break. Yeah, these, how are you getting these on? Okay, it's thick metal. Sometimes the paint job will break and the paint will flake off. In that case, all you do is you just take a little bit of acrylic, black acrylic, whatever the inside of this case color is, and you take a little paintbrush, and you just, paint it over. The customer's doesn't know any different, because it is acrylic and it is flat, it will match the inside of the case, so that's a trick here you can use. Okay, now, we got that done. As you can see, it's in, that piece is done completely. See, I bent all those little tabs in there. Let's see if you can. Yeah, you can see that. I got all these little tabs pushed down. That was hard. I won't kid you. So, alright. This panel done. Now, I'm going to show you how to protect your paint job real quick. Unfortunately, environmental factors come into play. Oxidation of the paint job, sunlight hitting the computer, pollution. If you live in a polluted city like I do, where there can be a lot of sulfur in the air from the steel mills, all of that can affect the paint job on your car and your computer. Because what's outside your home, it also comes inside your home too. So just like your car, you go out every spring and you go out there with that can of, wax, and you wax the car on and wax the car off. You gotta do it to your computer too. Because what's going to happen is eventually this paint job will fade. And I've had some customers come back saying, "Oh, you're the worst computer builder on the planet. Look at this paint job. It is terrible." And the reason is because once a year you gotta put a wax coating on it. That keeps the paint job good. Keeps it from oxidizing, keeps it nice and shiny. Now, there are guys there that'll buy it, put it beside their monitor, and the paint job fades, and then a year or two later, or 3 years later, the customer comes back and goes, "Oh, your computer is so terrible. Look at this paint job. It's dull." Well, hey, I told you once a year, you gotta put a wax coating on it, didn't I? Had you done that, it'd still be nice and shiny and perfect. You didn't. Or did you bring the computer back? That's not my problem. Nor is it my fault. That's your fault. So, when the computer builder gives you instructions on care of the computer, and he tells you to do something like once a year, put a wax coating on the paint job, that's your responsibility unless you bring it back to him to do it for you. Okay? Don't blame him. He told you. End of story. Now, I'm going to show you how to preserve this paint job here. Alright. Now, I'm not going to show you the brand because these guys can get a little suey and do things like copyright strike. But what you want here is just a little bit of liquid wax. Okay? And I chose this brand here because it just sprays on and dries on nice and clear. You don't have to do anything, but that's how you protect your paint job. If you want to put a little bit more effort into it, you get the solid wax and, in a little tin can, and you wipe it on, you wipe it off, wipe it on, wipe it off, and you keep doing this like, the Karate Kid for about 10,000 hours until finally you get this, nice shiny case with a wax coating. Liquid stuff does just the exact same as the solid stuff in a tin. Save yourself a little effort, okay? All you do is you just take your bottle of spray, hold it up a little bit. Help if I turn it on too. And you just spray it down. And that's all you do. What's going to happen here is this stuff is not going to stick quite properly. And if you use too much, it'll pull. It'll never ever dry. That's fine too. What you do in that case is you just take a paper towel and you wipe off the excess. And that's it. Now you just wait for this stuff to dry. And, whatever still hasn't dried, wipe it off. And that's it. And you wait for it to dry, and hopefully, ideally, it dries. You just keep doing that until it does dry, and then you're done. And this paint job will be protected for like ever and ever, or at least a year. And then, you may have to reapply the coating, keep the computer looking nice. That's what you want. Okay, that's it. And this is the last step here. I'll finish all this here, and the next day, maybe two, we're actually going to start building the computer finally. Okay, bye-bye.